Come
The
on over
idea
here.
of torturing kids in anime is the most like Japanese thing I think I've ever heard in my life. Well, all that for JoJo's.
Hey guys, welcome back to Am I or Are You the Asshole? Sorry, I got confused there for a little bit. But surprise, it's a little brain fog, come back from the dead and everything like that. The brain's working a little slow, but
It's a side effect.
shout out Jordan and Josh. They pulled a little Pet Cemetery magic, and guess what, guys? I'm back. So, without further ado, let's get right into some really good Reddit stories today, shall we? Starting it out, we are going to be throwing out the Am I the Asshole for not letting my kids watch JoJo's Bizarre Adventures?
It would have been a
Immediate
crazy.
yes.
It would have been a totally different story if you would have stopped.
Took me a second.
Okay.
No comment. I plead the fifth.
Yeah, what's that over
plead the
here?
fifth.
Like,
Oh,
What's going on?
interesting.
oh boy.
Hi. So I hate JJBA with a passion. No taste. More specifically, I hate the fans. I hate you too.
And this is personal.
And the fact that they get their grubby little fingers in everything and have to make it everything and make everything relate to JoJo. I'm sorry that every meme out there spawns from JJBA, but leave your salt shaker at home.
Grubby fingers.
Oh, he's mad, man.
Like, for the longest time, I couldn't go anywhere without hearing about the damn thing. It's goated. So I have a rule in my house. If any JoJo crosses the threshold of my door, it's an instant grounding.
The threshold.
Okay, Mussolini. If something that's being watched or played makes a clearly identifiable JoJo reference, it's banned. And there's an instant grounding. I've gotten complaints from my twins, both 7 years old. Okay, maybe that's a little young to get them into that, because,
Yeah.
they do some silliness in there. We'll put it that way. That this is unfair because some of their games had characters with JoJo references in them, and they had a hard time relating to their friends when they play because of this. But as their mother,
As their mother.
as their mother, sorry
Mother.
guys, dialects are going through my head after coming back from the dead,
You lived 1,000 lives.
right? In like 5 seconds.
It's
all
crazy.
across the world.
But as their mother, I think I have the right to be respected.
True.
Rules are rules, and I won't budge.
Dang.
I don't like JoJo and ban it from my house. Am I the asshole?
This is literally like
Yes.
crazy like religious mom who's like, you can't have Harry Potter. It's the work of the
Yeah.
devil.
Right.
This is just the equivalent.
See, I'm unfamiliar. Is this an anime?
Yes.
Okay.
It's an amazing one.
It would be banned in my house.
Whoa!
I'm kidding. I have never got the appeal, but to each their own. So,
I'm not a big anime lover, but there's a handful of like I like Attack on Titan, like if you count it, Pokemon and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
I'm assuming it's rather graphic because you made the comment that it's young.
It's kind of graphic. There's like a little blood and a little gore, but like it's like really cartoonish. You can turn your brain off and
What's
watch
a
it.
meme that I would resonate with?
You're pulling it up.
Fake
Yeah.
fan. He doesn't even know his
Yeah.
own thing. Talking all that smack.
you know the
Johnny Bravo. where
The,
he- what's his face?
call an ambulance, but not for
But
me.
not for me. Okay.
And then
yeah.
it's like da 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 da.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's one of the themes from
Gotcha,
it.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have to like if you take away that it's JoJo, I feel like, especially when me and Nick know, it's not even that bad.
Also, another big one. You know the to be continued
Yes,
meme? Where
okay.
it's that
Yeah.
it comes from the first season.
Okay. That's
So,
what I was
yeah.
was thinking, but I wasn't sure. Okay.
Sorry to cut you off, Josh.
Oh, you're fine. I just think like if your kid has an interest in something, like I was heavy into like Adventure Time when I was a kid and stuff
Yeah.
like that, and like I get if you're like, people are forced to watch a dad who has like daughters and has to watch Frozen for 80
Right.
times. Like, yeah, I can't stand that movie, but it's like, it's no harm. You can leave a room. Kids can watch a TV show in a room by themselves. It doesn't matter. I think it's crazy to be like anything.
So was
Right.
it just for no reason, or was it because of the content? Because I totally understand. I feel like it's warranted if it's because of the content.
I agree, but it made it sound like it was just like They found it annoying.
Just
Yeah,
okay.
and they
then that's
just-
kind of funny, actually.
Right? Like, I know you don't like something, but like, that means you just don't have to watch it.
Literally.
You know,
Dude, if this
So,
was Breaking Bad, I'd be flipping tables. If someone
like
was
Breaking, if
I
you,
banned Breaking
like
Bad.
Breaking
Oh.
Bad, Dexter, Sopranos. I'm jumping out the window.
Hold me back.
Swan dive,
My 5-year-old is going to be binging Better Call Saul.
right?
I haven't finished it.
That's good.
I can't.
My 3-month-old is gonna be woke up this morning, got yourself a gun. He's gonna be singing the Sopranos theme song in his sleep.
The
I'm gonna go not asshole.
really, I was
Uh,
gonna,
dude.
But we're like,
Oh no!
it's like 51-49%.
You're
major asshole
He's
alert here.
personally offended.
Well, and here's the thing too. Like Josh said, like these are kids. They're exploring what they like,
Right.
their hobbies and stuff like that. You know, it's not like they're like.
it's not offensive.
It's not like they're like, man, I love watching videos about meth.
Yeah.
No, it's JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. You know, it's a little silly, it's a little goofy. You know, maybe they make memes out of everything because it's really relatable. But I'm going asshole for sure.
I'm going with asshole for the sole purpose of one person I don't like in just people is I don't like it so no one else can like it. And that's essentially what that is. Like there's no like it's bad, it's offensive, it's graphic. It's like
Yeah.
just don't get it.
I'm gonna go not the asshole for the lack of that explanation. Like I don't know that she really took to Reddit and took her position.
That's
Gotcha.
fair.
So I'm thinking that maybe they're in probably a super, clean line household where like I don't want to show my kids blood in any capacity. So you're gonna watch Coco Melon
That's
for the
fair.
400,000th time.
KETTV, baby.
At what point is Coco Melon just like
Awesome.
Gitmo torture for babies?
Dude, I have a younger sister, and when Coco Melon came on, at least it was jarring at first, but then after a couple minutes, after
just
a
sitting there
couple
like
times,
this.
it's just kind of like, well, even me, like I'm walking by, like, what is this stuff?
What are those dancing fruit doing on the television?
Why are they so jubilant?
I like this happiness.
I think that's the first one we've ever disagreed on, though.
Yeah.
It could be.
Interesting.
Well, we come some different, like most of these stories, they leave out one big context. But if I take it at face value, just because you don't like it, and there's
If
no
we're taking that
explanation-
angle, I agree.
Yeah.
But
We-
I'm giving her the benefit of the doubt.
We have two unbiased disagreeing opinions, and then we have a extremely biased.
Expert opinion.
You already found this
Right.
woman's IP address.
Yeah, I actually, I was talking to her last night. Don't worry. The boys are watching it now. No, I'm just kidding.
From a sniper position.
Am I the asshole?
Am
for
I the
letting
asshole?
my kids watch?
Am I the asshole for going over to someone's house and making their children watch JoJo's Bizarre Adventure?
They're glued to the chair with their eyes taped open.
The moms in the a chair in the side, eyes wide open as well. Be like, this is
No, it's good for your health. You ever seen Get Out? They're just
All sedated.
just sitting there with the tea.
Yes. Oh, that was good.
Her sunken place is actually just JoJo's Bizarre Adventures.
That was good. That's our first disagreement.
There you go.
Well done.
On to the next one.
You boys ready for this one?
I'm ready.
It's home. Here we go. Am I the asshole for throwing away my son's Xbox?
Depends.
My throwaway account. My son is 9 years old, and he is addicted to his Xbox. He plays it every day and only stops if he's told to. When COVID happened, he was inside all the time, all the times,
Same.
English, and the only way he could reach his friends was through Xbox. We're still in quarantine where I live, and so my son is doing online learning. He is struggling because he rushes through all of his assignments just so he can play Xbox. I've told him to work slower so he can get accurate answers, but he doesn't listen. I've tried to help him, but he doesn't pay attention to me and is always fiddling with something. Well, I couldn't do it, so I asked my husband to try. He was able to get our son to do his work properly. I thought he had finally taken care of it. This was until 3 days ago. My husband came home from work and he broke down. He said that he works, cleans, cooks, and helps our son with all of his work, and he needed a break, and for me to start pulling my weight since I don't work.
Dang.
After
This sounds like divorce and it's going to be the kid's fault. That's awesome.
over Xbox, mind you. The toilet paper of PlayStation. After our talk, I went into my...
Real.
Thank you.
Dude, guys, come on. Really?
Sorry.
Hey, go get some batteries, man. I think your controller's running low.
I plugged mine up. Thank you.
Those weird Temu Chinese controllers you have to plug into an outlet that's not in America
Yes.
to charge.
Yes.
Oh boy.
And I did.
After our talk, I went into my son's room and threw out his Xbox. He asked why I did that, and I told him that he broke his father's mentality. He couldn't be doing all this work if he wasn't addicted to that damn game. Am I the asshole for throwing away his Xbox?
I mean,
Throwing it away? Yeah.
yeah, that's
For
crazy,
sure.
Yeah.
You could lock it in a closet.
right?
Take it away.
Take it away after a certain time. Be like,
Or
hey,
give him a PlayStation.
right?
Give him a Wii.
We don't hate on Wii.
No, I'm just saying, like, he's so used to, like, Call of Duty. Just give him, like, Nintendo.
Just only Mario Bros.
Just the first one.
Yeah.
You bring up the NES.
Ooh.
Oh, boy.
Great idea. Give him a MacBook Pro to game on. Be like, have fun, buddy.
Yeah, gaming laptop.
Yeah.
Like the Razer gaming laptops.
Not even that.
enjoy 2 frames per second, Val.
A Lenovo laptop from Walmart.
Yes.
The,
Is that the fan?
that's the sound of the kid's head slowly trying to adjust to the new computer.
Oh, that would probably turn him into a genius, though. He'd learn how to, like, fix it.
Right?
Oh, boy. Before we get into it, I want to read the comments because they're
For sure.
kind of all over the place. The consensus was asshole, okay? For
Really?
asshole, you broke your husband by being a deadweight around the house. You've turned your husband into a paycheck and a slave, and then had the audacity to blame your son. Your son will forever remember that you broke something of his because he needed help. He will never ask you for help again, and you deserve it.
Damn.
Another person, your husband needed help, so instead of taking the responsibility as an adult, you took it out on your 9-year-old son. How about instead of trying boundaries like Xbox only on weekends or helping with cooking/cleaning, you went from 0 to 60 in your reactions. And this caused a 1-sentence edit by the original poster, which is everyone who is being mean to me. You guys have made me cry. Are you happy? Stop DMing me hurtful messages.
Womp womp.
So I'll go with that. It's kind of like, first of all, if someone you disagree with, hurtful man. If it's death threats, don't do that.
Yeah, that's not cool.
Oh, for sure.
Like if that's the case. They summed it up, I think, perfectly. It's
Oh, yeah.
it's literally issue this, take it. Like don't get me wrong. There's definitely the issue when the kid. It's like, are you playing Xbox too much? But that's take it only on weekends. Let me check your homework. You get the thumbs up, then you can play it.
Yeah.
No Xbox till 6 until you go to bed at 8, 9. Like, that's what I feel like normal people should.
It's like
Yeah.
a realistic expectation. Like, well, in my household, I had an issue with my PlayStation sometimes.
Me too.
It's because it wasn't an Xbox.
This guy. And so basically, that's exactly what my parents did. At first, they were like, you can only get on it at this time. And then I'd start staying up too late on it, so they just turn off our internet at a certain point
Ooh, there you go.
so that I couldn't stay up and play anymore. So, I was able to still get my work done and still,
Good play.
Did you get
play.
good grades?
yes, they
Okay.
definitely improved after the internet started turning off at 10 o'clock.
I've never had an experience like that. I always made really good grades.
You did.
And I tried to get my homework done before I got home.
I did the same thing.
Yeah.
Like I would do it, like especially like middle school when you still rode the bus. I did it on the
Yep.
bus like all the time. I feel like I'm a very big like video game guy. So I get like for like a kid, like it could literally be like simple like oh it's friends on Call of Duty. That's what he wants. But I get like being bullied in school. There's like these cool like Final Fantasy big epics. You like the characters. You like the journey. It's like a distressor is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel like once I have kids, if I had a situation like that, I'm like, I feel like I'd be more like, what's going on, man? It's like, I'm like, is it just things that bad at school that you can only hang out with friends online? Or is this escapism? What's going on? And like that, it's like, so instead, you kind of take away this thing without explaining anything. And then, I think the husband stuff is so secondary to this. Because if he's like, I'm doing this, this, and that, that's a whole different issue than what's
Yes.
had to be going on for a while.
I do find it interesting that she tried to solve one issue with another
Issue.
Yeah, literally. Because I feel that's why I have to say she's the asshole for it.
Yeah.
Because you can handle. Because I'm not including the husband in the ranking. Because I feel like that wasn't the question. Was am I the asshole for that Xbox? I have to say yes because.
Yeah.
Like you said, there's so many different ways you can go about it. And I feel like with me, I feel like I would talk a little bit more to be like, is online, especially online, it's like, gee, is it like you really can't do it? Is there something going on? Like just some kind of ADHD, 9 years old, you're still young to not know if you have stuff like that.
Yeah.
I feel like you just kind of skip past the steps and like they said, went 0 to 60.
I agree. Asshole.
And for the big finale, we got story hyped up by Jordan. Let's get into it.
Okay, fellas.
Let's do it.
We're back with bugs.
Yeah!
We're back with bugs.
We are so up.
I have a plot twist at the end.
Uh-oh.
But we're back with bugs. Here we go.
Thank God, I love bugs.
Am I the asshole for trying to evict my roommate after she adopted a family of cockroaches?
Adopted a family.
I, 27 male, have been living with my roommate Jess, 26 female, for a couple of years now. We've always gotten along well, but recently things took a bizarre turn when she had decided to adopt a pet family of cockroaches. I thought she was joking when she first mentioned it, but then she proudly announced she'd named them all after famous historical figures. There was one named Cleopatra and one named Napoleon. At first,
That's kind of clever.
At first, I tried to be supportive. I figured everyone has their quirks, right? But when I walked into the kitchen and saw her feeding them organic lettuce like they were some sort of royalty, I started to lose it.
Just get the grapes and slowly lower it into the cockroaches.
She even made a little roaches banquet area with tiny tablecloth and everything.
Tiny tablecloth.
I was at my breaking point when I found a few of them scuttling around my cereal boxes. I told her we needed to call an exterminator immediately because I wasn't about to live in a roach palace.
Sure.
Jess insisted they were misunderstood creatures and claimed they were eco-friendly companions. She even said they were good for the environment and I was just a bug-phobic consumer.
Bug-phobic?
Me too.
In an attempt to lighten the mood, I jokingly suggested that if she loved them so much, maybe she should open a cockroach commune.
I thought you were about to hit me with, if you love it so much, why don't you marry it?
And start charging admission. Big mistake.
Admission.
She flipped out, calling me a bug-hating tyrant and accusing me of being cruel to her beloved pets.
Dang.
Things escalated when she posted pictures of her roach family on social media, complete with captions like, "My tiny roommates bring joy and biodiversity."
Biodiversity.
I was mortified. My friends started texting me, asking if I really lived in a roach zoo. I felt embarrassed and trapped in this surreal situation. One night, I had enough. I confronted her and said that I was seriously considering an eviction notice for inhumane living conditions. She started crying and told me I was being dramatic. Now she's giving me the silent treatment and drafting a roach rights manifesto to defend her decision.
Is this the PRC, the People's Republic of Cockroaches?
I feel bad for how I handled it, but I can't live in a place that feels like an insect museum. Am I the asshole for trying to kick her out over her cockroach family?
That is...
No.
Lot to unpack.
Go ahead. Get you and all your little buddies can pack some little speed bags and hit the road.
It would be different if it was a bug that didn't cause diseases.
Right?
I feel like that's like what tips it over for me. It's like one wrong move, whole house infested, because cockroaches multiply crazy, and then like they can get you sick. So to me, very quickly, without this thing you're getting ready to hit me with, I'm gonna say
Reddit was torn.
Oh, okay.
I'll read some of the defenses.
Alright.
They're very short defenses.
Gotcha.
You're the asshole. Jess just wanted to help the environment, and you overreacted.
Are cockroaches like bees? Are they like super duper important to the environment?
Somebody else said, not enough info, what else is happening in the apartment, context matters.
True.
So
That's every story on.
somebody said everyone sucks, you both could have communicated better instead of escalating.
True.
Fair.
But there is an overwhelming not the asshole.
True.
Yeah.
And this is where my plot twist comes in.
Strap in.
This story was drafted by ChatGPT. So now, my new segment arises.
Oh my.
Anytime there is a bug story,
We have to say real or false.
you guys have to determine whether it was a real Reddit story
That is good.
or a ChatGPT drafted story.
Is that something you use with ChatGPT?
I prompted it to do that.
Well done.
I'd say the thing that maybe would have given it away to me,
Was all the quotes and stuff?
or is when she started writing a manifesto
Yeah.
for the cockroaches.
Wait, hold on. The comment. Yeah, that's it. The
Scoot
comment,
over, I
okay,
think,
sorry.
maybe.
The comments. Those were ChatGPT too, right?
Yes.
Okay.
That's crazy,
I had
bro.
it write the story. I was like, draft me a story about, bugs and are you familiar with Am I the Asshole? And it knew, and yes, okay. So it gave me a story. I didn't like it, so I was like, make it just crazy. And then it gave me this scenario, and I was like, awesome, perfect. Let's make it, embellish a little bit. So it got a little crazier, and then I was like, perfect, this is what I want. Now, draft 10 comments as if you were Redditors defending positions based on all of the rankings we've done.
I thought the plot twist was gonna be like the internet did its thing, and this was posted by Eli Manning.
Right.
Some kind of, I was like, oh really? I was not expecting that.
See, well, here's the thing. Now the possibilities are endless.
That's true.
Because I can come at you guys with stories from Eli Manning that maybe actually are from Eli Manning.
That would be like my dream.
I think it's a cool segment,
I
and it
love that
adds
one.
another layer.
Oh yeah.
Especially if you get it right, because that's
100%.
like you said. Besides like a few hiccups, but even then, I could excuse that as people being crazy.
Yeah, and that's why I settled on this one. I was like, it's a little bit, like it's not the craziest story we've talked about on the show. So
Sure.
it's kind of, I was like, this is gonna work. Did you guys have any clue? At any point when I was reading, were you like, this isn't real?
No.
That's awesome.
nice.
No, yeah,
that's
until you told me
scary.
that.
That's scary and awesome at the same time.
Yeah.
When I heard ChatGPT, my first thought was literally like, oh, someone posted on Am I the Asshole? And they were trolling people, and you're like, no, I actually did that.
No,
was like, oh, okay.
I had to prompt it.
You should put that on. You should post that on the subreddit.
Oh, I thought it was an interesting way to
Same.
bring back the bug theme.
I think it's good.
If
Because
we,
now the bug stories are like little nuggets. If you get a bug story, you know there's a game involved.
if we take it at face value, though, not the asshole.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
100%.
Oh, boy.
And on that note, guys, I think that's going to do it this week
Think
for Are You the Asshole?
Yeah.
Asshole of the Week?
Interesting. I'm very torn because I do like the sense that I like the mom in the story because I think it's insane. I do like the plot twist. I'm gonna go with for the sole purpose that it's kind of my wheelhouse of people being crazy and being like, I don't like it, you shouldn't like it. I'm gonna go with Nick with like the
Yeah.
slightest.
I'm going to go with Nick as well.
Slightest margin.
Since I feel hoodwinked, I'm going with Jordan. Okay.
Cool.
I've been bamboozled. But
I guess I got you.
I'll bring my A game next time. I'm still gonna get it wrong.
So every week we gotta guess these bug stories, just real or false.
Yeah, we can do it every week, or like if I come, like it can just be like intermittent.
I'd kind of like it.
Bug
You
stories.
just like
Okay.
curveball,
Okay.
curveball
Alright.
right in her face. Flashbang.
All right. Well, now you're going to be expecting it, so they're going to get harder from here on out.
That's what
Okay.
I'm saying. Now we're on the radar.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for Are You the Asshole? Remember, stay off Reddit.